knocked out in round 3. The first hurdle, gone. We're out. Nottingham Forest, deserved winners. This goes down for me as probably the worst performance since, well, City, Chelsea, and Brentford at the start of the season. Those first 3 games, I mean, this was right up there. I still think the Brentford game might have been slightly worse. But do you know what? It was the first game of the season. We had injuries and COVID and stuff. And today, it was none of that. It was just every single player on the pitch was awful. Genuinely, I can't pick out a good performance from the team. It was absolutely awful. Do you know what? Look at this. 10 shots we had, 0 on target. We didn't have a shot on target. This guy right here. He's not good enough. I don't care at this point. So much talk about Nketiah's contract. Why are we even talking about it? Would you be sad, Arsenal fans, if Nketiah never plays for Arsenal again beyond this season? Or even from now? Don't get me wrong, Nketiah, whilst he got a hat-trick recently in the Carabao Cup, and whilst he pops up with a goal every now and again, maybe in the Premier League, realistically, he's not ever, in a million years, going to be good enough to be our main striker. The only way I would be tempted to keep Nketiah is because we're losing Lacazette and Aubameyang in the summer, and we will need some form of a backup. But genuinely, I mean, if we look at the bench, I would have rather put... Biereth's on the bench. He's a decent young striker. I would have rather put him up front at some points in that game. He was that bad. I think Lacazette came on and didn't really do much better. But yeah, I think Nketiah just had an absolute shocker today. They all did. I'm not just blaming Nketiah. Let's talk about Nottingham Forest. And by the way, I've got to mention this. It's a little bit of a downer. I tweet a lot during the matches and before the matches. And today I posted that I just felt like Patino was going to score. And there's nothing they can do about it. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Like, I'm not saying Patino's definitely going to score, but a bit tongue-in-cheek. Oh, Patino's going to score today. It's his big day. It's his first start for the Arsenal senior team. And when he was subbed off, some of the abuse I got from Nottingham fans, I've got to say, vile abuse. My God, there was a lot of blocking tonight. Don't like to see that. I'm just having a bit of fun. And I get it's probably meant to be banter coming back my way. But when you start throwing in personal insults, it's not very nice. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, guys. I'd really appreciate it. And join the Discord. But I think Nottingham Forest definitely deserved the win. I think not because they were incredible on the day, but just because they were better than us. We were that shocking we didn't deserve a result. When they scored their goal, I just sat there and went, yeah, I mean, it's deserved. I can't honestly pick out any of these performances as being decent. I think 7.8 for Holding is an absolute joke. How the hell has he got a 7.8 rating? He was... I don't know, man. But the worst performance has to be Tavares. Let's talk about this because this has been getting a lot of attention since halftime or so. It was blowing up on Twitter at the time. Tavares was subbed off in, the 35th minute, something like that. Tough decision for Mikel because there's 2 ways you can go about this. It's clear Tavares was really struggling. He was awful. Every player was awful today, but there was that awful. He had to come off. Do you wait until halftime and potentially concede because he was losing the ball all the time? His passing was awful. Everything was just really poor from Tavares today. Or do you sub him off straight away? I don't know where I sit on this. A lot of Arsenal fans are in agreement with Arteta. Hook him off. Get him off the pitch. He's that bad. He's not having a good game. He needs to learn. Get him off the pitch straight away because Tierney did come in and we looked better straight away, somewhat. But a lot of fans also think it's very harsh and that maybe just wait till half-time because you're going to really dent his confidence. It's a strange one because Tavares, I thought, had some really good games when he was in the team. But today was not it, man. That was bad. I think he lost the ball 9 times before he got subbed off. 9. And I think every single player on the pitch had a pass success of 80% or more, except from him, and he had about 62, I think it was. It was a first half to forget for Tavares. I think, if I'm being totally honest, I probably would have waited until halftime. It didn't look like Nottingham Forest were going to score because of Tavares making errors, but he certainly wasn't helping us either end. He wasn't helping us defend. He wasn't helping us attack. But for the sake of another 10 minutes or so, and look, you go in at halftime and say, look, it's not working out. I'm going to change the team up tactically. You haven't been good enough today. I am taking you off. It's a lot better than maybe hooking him off in front of the millions of people watching. And it's a bit more brutal, but I can understand why he's done it. I guess you can't really have it both ways, can you? You either want a manager that's ruthless and does what's needed, or a manager that's happy to protect players a little bit more in that way. But yeah, Tavares wasn't having a good game. What did we think of Leno as well? I thought he made some good saves today. The free kick from Ghana, the on loan Man United midfielder. What a save that was. Tavares with the pass back with his right foot. Technically, that's a save in my book. That was going straight in. What an own goal that would have been. Do you know, there's one player we've got to talk about as well. Cedric. My God. Brain dead. Absolutely brain dead. I cannot believe he stayed on the pitch until, the 80th minute? Guess who came on, by the way? In the dying moments of this game, Kolasinac came on at one point. Yeah, I think what I've learned, especially today, is just how much better we are with the likes of Tomiyasu, Tierney, Gabriel and White starting as our back four. The minute you put a Cedric in there, a Tavares in there, a Holding, it falls apart a little bit. And that is a little bit concerning. But I think, you've got to look at it also from this perspective. Everyone's allowed an off day. Teams do often turn up and not play and don't turn up. They can't be expected to play at 110% performance every single game. But what they can be expected to do is to give it 110%, to try. And, as I just said, you're not expecting the best pass, the best goals, the best assists every single match, but you want to see players trying. And that's just not what I saw today. A lot of these players, I think, excluding Martin Odegaard, I don't want to bring Patino into this. It's his first start, and the guy made some decent first touches, some good passes, but also made some errors. The guy is so young, of course he's going to make errors. I thought Sambi has got to do better. Ben White was rusty, and Holding was rusty's not even the word, just bad. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't think we looked up for it today. Martinelli barely had any moments. Saka was quiet. Okay, one positive I do want to talk about. I don't have the kit myself. I would love it, but a lot of people watching might have been confused. The Arsenal team were wearing a completely all-white kit today, except from the red badge, the Carabao Cup badge, which was a little bit of a shame because there's a campaign right now that Arsenal and I think it's Adidas are doing called No More Red. It's a great thing they're doing. And it's just typical, isn't it? No more red, yet here's a massive red Carabao Cup badge. I think they maybe could have bent the rules a little bit for us today. Let us have a pure white kit. But the message is truly incredible. The statistics right now in London, murdering, knife crime, it's honestly, looking into it, I mean, it makes your heart just sink. It's horrific. It really is. The amount of young people involved in knife crime and dying because of it is, it's disgusting. So it's such an incredible message. No more red. I am going to do my absolute best to get my hands on this kit. I'm planning on potentially doing a live stream. And, I've heard that Arsenal and Adidas won't be selling these kits. They will be giving them out to people that do things in the community. So I'm interested in any of your ideas. I need help with this. What can I do to potentially get myself one of those shirts so I can hang it up somewhere? I need the all-white kit. I need that. And I want to contribute somehow. So if you guys have any ideas, any kind of... if they're contributing to some sort of foundation or charity because of the No More Red campaign, then maybe I can do a live stream, raise some money, and raise awareness. If you're in London, you're young, and you feel like you need to protect yourself by going out with a knife, it's just incredibly sad. And I want to help push that message. So outside of the game today, the message is the most important thing for me. Of course, the FA Cup is a great competition and genuinely a chance for a trophy for us. There's no reason why we couldn't win it again with Arteta, but I'm taking a step back from this result right now and talking about the message because it is incredible. So, yeah, maybe I'll look to do some sort of live stream soon. A No More Red contribution from myself. Not just for the kit. Obviously, I'd love to get myself one of those white shirts, but it's an important message. I'm very near London. I've been in London, and you see it. It's tense, man. For young people in London, it's really, really quite difficult if you're mixed with the wrong people, the wrong crowd. Great moves from the club. Classy. Absolutely classy. To think that our team is red and we're just completely saying no more red. That's a huge message. So fair play to the club, but not fair play to these guys. Let's get your comments in. And by the way, I meant the performance. I'm so happy that all the players were into it and, wore the kits and stuff. Out of the FA Cup, thoughts? That was disgusting from Arsenal. Your fans deserve a refund. Well said, Danny. Didn't even look like they were trying. Yeah, true. Luca, or Luke, I don't know if that's Luke Audrin. I'm sorry, I do get names wrong. Forest were not good, but Arsenal were worse. And Nketiah really needs to go. So confused as to why Arteta wants him to stay badly when you have Balogun. Yeah, the latest on Balogun is he's going to be on loan at Middlesbrough, I believe. So that's that out the window. But yeah, I'm finished with Nketiah. It's been years. A lot of Arsenal fans will know what I'm feeling right now. It's been years of, Nketiah, he's going to be great. No, he's not. He's not. He's a championship player at best, I think. He probably will do very well for a club like Nottingham Forest. I don't see him going very far if he plays like he did today. Maybe he'll go to Crystal Palace, work with Vieira. Who knows? I'm sure we'll have a buyback clause in there. Actually, no, we probably won't. We'll be losing him on a free. We've got a message coming in from Matt. He says, what did you think of Arteta bringing your favourite Arsenal player, Kolasinac, on when they needed a goal? Okay, so the only thing I would say about this is it wasn't bringing him on to get the goal. It's not him that's going to get the goal. It's then being able to move attacking players further forward. Bringing in Kolasinac clearly was a last-ditch resort. I mean, I expected him to go into a back three, so we can push forward with 5 midfielders, 2 strikers, whatever. Yeah, I mean, we lost it at that point. We've got another comment, not a question, from Sam. Worst performance in months, agreed. Seems like no one even cared. Holding and Nketiah, dreadful. Really missed Tomiyasu. Super Tomiyasu was missed today. Cedric, one of the worst performances I've seen in a while. And then Thomas says, see ya, Nketiah. Off that performance, he's gone. There's no way he's going to be able to... Well, unless Arteta's saying, look, here's the contract, my offer stands for the rest of the season, take it if you want it. But otherwise, I don't see how he could justify saying things like, these clubs are interested in me, I want double my wages or whatever. He's not going to be our first team striker in a million years. It's not worth it. Let him go for money now, maybe. I don't know. I would have rather Pepe up front. Genuinely, he can play up front. I would have rather Pepe up front today. I'd rather Saka up front. I'd rather Smith Rowe as a false 9. Like, whatever. I just don't think it's worth it. Sell him now for a cut price. Invest that money in Vlahovic, please. He's the one I want. It's not going to happen, but it's what I want. Isaac, David, whoever. Just get a striker in next year. Maybe give Lacazette 1 more year. Yeah, we'll see. But thank you for watching, guys. A depressing day to be an Arsenal fan today. But do you know what? It's a bit more rare these days. We have been doing well recently. We were bound to have a result like this because we are still Arsenal after all. And a lot of those players today probably won't be here in the next few years. So we move on. Less fixtures. Focus on that Carabao Cup game against Liverpool on Thursday. Then the North London derby. And then Liverpool again. It's 3 massive games. Win all 3 and all is forgotten.